guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing my review on the Holiday Collection Part 2 from Colourpop Cosmetics. I picked up the All I See Is Magic palette, and then I picked up 3 of the lippy colors. I know there is more to this holiday collection, but this is just what spoke to me, so that's what I picked up. So hopefully you guys will still find this review helpful. But yeah, in today's video, I'll be giving you guys my opinion on the palette, on the lippies, what I think of them. I'll also be showing you guys 3 demos as always, so if you guys want to learn a little bit more about this collection and my thoughts on it, then just continue watching. Okay, so to start off with some product info, this is the All I See Is Magic palette. It's a little bit bigger than the usual palette. It has 15 shades. So this is $20 US. It comes with 6 matte, 8 metallics, and 1 satin. There are 2 existing shades that are already part of the Colourpop family. So this one here, this one is called Now and Zen. I think it was part of their fall collection or something like that. If you want to get it as a single, you can. And also Top Notch, you can also get this as a single as well. Other than that, everything else is brand new shades to the Colourpop family. Then about the lip colors that I picked up, these are all $6 US. I got the Ultra Glossy Lip in Lay Z, and then I got 2 of the Ultra Mattes. This one is called Take a Pixie, which is the one that I'm wearing right now, and then this one is called Cloudscape. So that is what I picked up from the collection, and those are all the prices and a little bit of info on the products. So let's just go ahead and get started with my review. So let's talk about the All I See Is Magic palette, because that is the star of the show in my opinion. This is what the palette looks like. I think you do get a good variety of shadows in here. You get some beautiful metallics. I think the metallics in here are absolutely stunning. Like, I am so obsessed with it. Even though I did 3 looks in this video, I felt like I probably could have done 5 and they would have all looked very, very different from each other. I just think there's so many looks you can create with this palette, and if you were to mix it with other palettes that you already have, I mean, the looks are endless, and I really, really do like the choices of metallics in here. To me, they scream holiday vibes. I love it. Like, it's just so shimmery, so metallic. Although there is a lot of fallout with the metallics in this palette, in my opinion. I feel like the more Colourpop palettes I get, the more fallout I'm seeing. With the first initial palette, the Yes Please palette, I didn't really see much fallout with that palette, but I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe my technique is different nowadays, I don't really know. But I would recommend doing your eyes first and then your foundation. I would have done that in the demos, but out of habit, I always just put my foundation on first and I always forget. So yeah, I would do my eyes first. There is a lot of fallout, and especially with these metallics, they are a darker shade. And when these fall on your face and you try to brush it off and it kind of smudges, it's going to give a really dark tint on your foundation. With lighter colors with fallout, I feel like it's not a big deal because it's light colors. It's just gonna look like little shimmers on your eyes. But when it comes to deeper metallics, you definitely want to do your eyes first because it's just gonna mess up your foundation, you know what I mean? These are such beautiful shades, like, let me tell you guys, like, oh wow, I love that. Oh my gosh. Although I personally would have taken away some of these shadows, so I would have actually taken one of these away. I'm not really into these really light pinky colors. I just feel like they don't really look good on my skin tone. They don't really show up as well. I would also take out this shade here. I'm gonna show you some dupes from other Colourpop palettes that are very, very similar. I feel like they have included this kind of shade in a lot of palettes recently. They could have added something else. I would have liked maybe another brow bone highlight or something, or another matte crease color, or even like a black, just to deepen up every look to make it more dramatic. So before I get onto the dupes, just overall with this palette, I personally would recommend it. I really, really do like it. Obviously, it's not like an everyday palette that I would go to, although you can create everyday looks with this palette. I mean, you could go 1, 2, 3 for an everyday look. I have done that and gone out with it. If you want to spice things up, just add this gold, add this red shade here. Like, you definitely can make it to an everyday palette, but this is something more special, and I really do like the limited edition packaging of it. So I mean, get it while you can. I personally like it. These 3 shades here right in the middle are so special. I personally don't have anything like it in my collection. I know this like blue brown pigment, like the one I have on my eyes right now, it's not something so so unique. Like I've seen it in other palettes, and MAC does have a pigment called Blue Brown, I believe, that actually looks really similar to this, but I personally don't own any palette that has this shade in it. I don't use MAC because they test on animals. So this shadow is really special to me, and I love it. I love this eye look. This eye look is probably my favorite out of the bunch. I just love the orange mixed with the blue. I love it. I think this shade is so unique, and these three in here are so beautiful. Okay, so let's go on to some dupes. I have this shade here. This one is called Go Wish, the first one, and then the dupe that I have is from the Element of Surprise palette. This one is called Go With The Flow. So you can see here they look quite similar. I mean, they do have a little bit of a difference. The All I See Is Magic one is a bit more orangey. The Element of Surprise one is a bit more peachy, but once it's on the eyes, they have a very similar vibe. This shade here, the one I was talking about earlier, this one is called Pitter Patter. So the first one is in the Yes Please palette. This one is called Bling. And then also in the I Think I Love You palette, this one is called Fancy Face. So as you can see, they are all very similar. They are all in the same color family. I think they are very similar to a point if you were to put it on your eyes, you probably couldn't tell too much of a difference. Finding two of these same shades in different palettes already, I mean, I probably would have taken that out and replaced it with a different beautiful metallic shade of a different color. So yeah, I just feel like those two shades in the All I See Is Magic palette are, you know, they have done similar shades before. I know they are a little slightly different. So let's move on to the lip colors. I have two Ultra Mattes and one Ultra Gloss. Let's talk about the Ultra Gloss. So this is not really like my kind of Ultra Gloss. I feel like they have two different types of Ultra Glosses. One is more metallic and one is actually like a gloss. This one is called Lazy. Lazy. Oh, I think it's Lazy. Yeah, Lazy, because like J, lazy. Yeah. Okay, not lazy. It's lazy. New Zealand accent. Anyway, yeah, this one is more of a rose gold metallic. I would have liked it if it was like a gloss, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful rose gold. It does really fit in with the theme of the holidays. I don't know how much use I would get out of this one. I don't really find myself liking it so much. I feel like metallic lips are just really intimidating. My favorite one out of the three that I got is the one that I'm wearing right now. That's why I'm wearing it. This one is Take a Pixie. So this is ultra matte. If you've watched a lot of my Colourpop reviews, you would know I don't really like the ultra mattes as much. I feel like they are super drying, and I do like other liquid lipsticks better. I feel like some of these shades in the ultra matte line, some are good and some are bad. This shade I actually don't mind. It's not too drying. I feel like it's a little teeny weeny drying, but not too drying. I feel like it does dry down a little bit darker than what it is, but this is the color I would definitely wear. Like, I'm gonna keep it in my top drawer because I know it's a color that I personally would wear. It reminds me of Lolita. Let's see if I can find Lolita actually. Let me swatch. Oh yeah, actually they're actually quite the same. So that is Lolita on my left, and this is Take a Pixie. They're actually very similar. No wonder I liked it. I mean, that's a pretty good dupe. So if you guys want a dupe for Lolita, I mean, Take a Pixie. And the last ultra matte lip is Cloudscape. Oh, I was so excited for this one because I don't own like a true chocolate delicious brown, like a liquid lipstick, and I was so excited for this one. I mean, this one is nice. It's a little bit drying and a little like teeny weeny patchy, but just because of the shade, I'm like willing to use it. It's just like a beautiful matte chocolate brown, and I'm living for this. And what I love about this as well is that I can use it as a liquid liner because I don't own like a liquid liner or a gel liner in a dark brown, and I could easily use this as well. And I did for one of the demos, so if you want to see that, continue watching. So yeah, out of the three, I'm more happy with the ultra mattes that I got than the gloss. I think the gloss is just too metallic for me, and I don't know how often I would wear it. So yeah, that is pretty much it for my review portion. Hopefully you guys did find that helpful, and let's just go ahead and get started with the swatches and the demo. So to get started with the first look, I'm going to use the shade Big Spoon on my Sigma E40 brush, and this is going to be our transition shade. And then next, I'm going to be taking the shade Teacup on my Morphe M433, and I'm going to start placing this on the outer third of my eye. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Tinseltown on my Colourpop E9 brush, and I'm going to place this on the outer third of my eye once again, but just focusing it on a smaller area. And now I'm just going to be taking my concealer and I'm going to start carving out my crease. So I'm going to place the concealer down first. And just look up and just go above where the mark is. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Something Special on my Makeup Collective number 18 brush, and I'm going to place this on top of the concealer. And then I'm going to take the shade 1111 and place that on top. I'm gonna go back in with Tinseltown and just deepen up the outer third a bit more since we lost some of the product. For my lower lash line, I'll be using Tinseltown on my Makeup Collective number 11 brush. Using the shade Treat Yourself, I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone and also my inner corners. So this is a look number 1 completed. The lip color I am wearing is Take a Pixie from the collection, and that is look number 1. So to get started with look number 2, I am going to mix Go Wish and Emperor on my Sigma E40, and this is going to be our transition shade. And then I'm going to take the shade Top Notch on my Morphe M433, and we're going to place this on the outer corners of our eyes, slowly bringing it into the inner crease. Next up, taking the shade Twinkle Toes on my Makeup Collective number 18 brush, I'm going to place this shade on the center of my lid. And then taking the shade Save It For Later on this little Morphe synthetic brush, I'm going to place that on the inner corners of my eye. And I'll just put some on the outer corner as well. And then taking Top Notch again on my Makeup Collective number 11 brush, this is going to go on our lower lash line. To highlight my brow bone, I'll be using Treat Yourself once again. And then for eyeliner, I'm going to be taking the Ultra Matte Lip in Cloudscape from the collection. And this is the completed look for look number 2. The lip color that I'm wearing is Take a Pixie from the collection. So for the last and final look, I'm going to mix Go Wish and Emperor as my transition shade on my Sigma E40. And then I'll be taking the shade Top Notch on my Morphe M433, and I'm gonna pack this color all over my lid, blending it up into the transition shade. And then I'm going to take the shade Wishful Thinking on my small Morphe brush. And I'm going to place this on the center of my lid and blend whatever is left on my brush on the edges. So for this shade, I'm actually going to wet my brush. I'm taking the shade Top Notch on my Colourpop E9 brush, and I'm just going to blend out the outer corners a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to take Top Notch on my Makeup Collective number 11 brush, and I'm going to run this on my lower lash line. So this will be the completed look for look number 3. And that, guys, is going to conclude my video for today. If you guys did find this video helpful, please give this video a thumbs up for me, and also comment down below what do you guys think of this collection. Did you guys pick anything up? What are your favorites? I would love to know your opinion. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!